Our mostly sunny day quickly has turned into a rainy afternoon across eastern Kentucky. We're tracking lots of showers and thunderstorms on pinpoint Doppler for you. Now it has been expanded for majority of the WYMT viewing area. And that second round of snow that's still falling across parts of the mountains has averaged out to around an additional 1.5 inches across eastern Kentucky. Think of this as a measure of how close our air is to saturation. 100% would be something like rain or fog. 2015 flooding was responsible for more weather-related fatalities in the U.S. than any other weather phenomena. It's better late than never, right? I mean, last week we officially went into fall. This week starting to actually feel more like fall. Across the state, though, we are on the cooler half. Over in western Kentucky, they're still sitting in the upper 70s. But we do have some good news on the way. We're going to have a cold front moving through on Monday, which will bring us some cooler air. You mentioned 50 miles makes a big difference, and boy, does it. Right here where I'm standing, we're seeing some of the higher snowfall totals. This is exactly what we want to see for the holiday weekend. Temperatures sitting in the 80s all across eastern Kentucky. But you know what? That cold front not really going to do all that much in the way of rainfall or in the way of temperatures. As you can still see a fire burning off in the distance. Crews have worked with 18 fires today. 17 of those carried over from yesterday. And again, yes, that track is shifting west and is expected to make landfall in Florida as soon as Thursday, staying a major hurricane at least until Saturday. We don't advise it, but if you have to be out, now's the time to do so because those roads are still in fair enough condition, but that's expected to change overnight tonight. We are certainly starting to see it fill back in, and you can see the system is just continuing to track towards the east. We're just a few weeks into fall, but we're seeing signs of the season changing all around us, whether that's the temperatures getting cooler or the sun setting sooner, or perhaps the most visual, the leaves changing. It's going to be a fairly cloudy day, a little bit damp too. And
Meteorologist Allison Rogers in the newsroom with more on what that could mean for the future. Allison?
That's right, Steve. Since 1981, the National Weather Service office in Jackson has collected and observed local weather data. And in that time span, 2016 was the warmest year recorded at the office.
It's certainly a nice weekend out there, but it's kind of hard to say that because we really do need that rain with these forest fires.
Yes, we definitely do need that rainfall, but temperatures have already cooled off quite a bit. Just within the last hour, we're seeing temperatures sitting in the upper 50s in Jackson at 59 degrees, 63 for Harlan. Middlesboro sitting at 57. We're seeing 58 degrees for Pikeville. Clean sweeps on pinpoint Doppler, so a rain-free radar yet again. But as Angela mentioned, we do need that rainfall, which we are hoping to get later on this week. But until then, clean sweeps, and we're seeing dry conditions in Blue River for our hometown spotlight, 59 degrees there right now. Now, over the last 24 hours, our air has been very dry. This is a look at the observed relative humidity in Jackson. Think of this as a measure of how close our air is to saturation. 100% would be something like rain or fog, but once we get below 40%, which at 1 o'clock we were at 37 and 37 again at 4 o'clock, that's when our air is very, very dry. And it's all thanks to this area of high pressure sitting right over eastern Kentucky. And with our air staying that dry, it has led to a lot of those forest fires developing. This photo was sent in earlier today from Devon Caudle over in Jenkins, Kentucky. And a lot of eastern Kentucky is under a burn ban, including Letcher County. Now, if you live in a county that is highlighted in this orange color, that does mean that you are in a burn ban, which again means that you are not allowed to burn anything outside day or night. No open fire outside, and we're going to stay very dry over the next 12 hours. Temperatures are going to drop down into the upper 40s by around midnight tonight, and then we are going to see some patchy fog developing after midnight, sticking around throughout the early morning hours for your Monday. So plan that into your Monday morning commute. Likely that you will run into some patchy fog. After that, we will see that fog clear out very quickly. By the mid-morning, we're going to see clear skies, nice and sunny conditions, and temperatures are going to make their way into the upper 60s tomorrow. So it is going to be a little bit warmer for the start of the work week, and we are going to stay very dry throughout tomorrow as well. So that fire threat not really going anywhere. We're going to reach our high in the upper 60s and lower 70s by around 2 o'clock tomorrow, and then temperatures are going to quickly cool off into the 50s by around 7 o'clock. That sun setting earlier and earlier thanks to that time change, so just keep that in mind. Those temperatures are going to be a little bit cooler than where we've seen them within the last couple of weeks. By Tuesday morning, staying dry yet again, mostly clear in the morning, but notice by by the afternoon, we are going to see an increase in our cloud cover, and then finally some green on future view. We are expecting to see some rain on Tuesday night, but not until very late Tuesday night. Future View is bringing it into our northwestern counties by around 9 o'clock, but I think this is coming in a little bit early. I'm expecting most of the rain to hold off until around midnight, lasting throughout those early morning hours for Wednesday. So until then, the fire threat remaining very high, again, until we see some rainfall, which likely will be Tuesday night into your Wednesday morning. But then we dry right back out after that. Thursday, we're expecting things to be dry yet again. And for Veterans Day, temperatures are going to be a little bit cooler. We're only going to see temperatures topping out in the upper 50s. And then you want to talk about cool, even cooler for Saturday. Temperatures topping out around 50 degrees with overnight lows likely dipping below freezing, Angela.
Wow, hard to believe. All right.